Welcome back to the Beast Game Podcast. This is going to be a review for Assassin's Creed. It's directed by Justin Kurzel. He has done Macbeth with Michael Fassbender. It's written by Michael Leslie, Adam Cooper, and Bill College. Leslie wrote Macbeth. Cooper and College had done The Transporter Refueled. It stars Michael Fassbender, Marion Cotillard, and Jeremy Irons. Fassbender has been in X-Men First Class series. Cotillard has been in Inception and Allied. And Irons has been in one of the greatest movies, Die Hard with a Vengeance, and Batman v Superman. Synopsis: when Callum Lynch explores the memories of his ancestors, Aguilar, and gains the skill of a master assassin, he discovers he is a descendant of a secret assassin society. So Matt, you are the only other person other than me that has seen this movie. What is your view on Assassin's Creed?
I like this movie. Very few movies translate well from video game to big screen. I think this is one of the few that does. I believe that the movie isn't made for the general casual moviegoer as it is for the people who actually follow the video game.
I'm going to have to disagree on a lot of fronts with that. The fight choreography in this is abysmal. It's hard to tell what's going on spatially because of the editing. Spatially. It's hard to get an understanding where people are because it keeps jump cutting every time something needs to happen. And then it keeps switching back to Michael Fassbender being in the machine that he's attached to when things need to happen in whatever virtual world that he's supposed to be in. Do you agree?
No, I sharply disagree.
Okay. So on top of that, as I was talking about the fight scenes, like whatever parkour is in this movie, that it was like, oh man, this should be awesome, does not exist. Because again,
were you expecting ninjas?
What I was expecting is a better movie than this garbage.
Was there any different fighting techniques from the video game as opposed to the movie?
Everything is super hyper stylized that to a point that is just very hard to take this movie seriously. In my screening, there were probably about 20 people on their phones because this movie is an abomination.
Damn, man.
Abomination.
Is abhorrent garbage, and
the choreography was from the video game.
The choreography is terrible.
Far
man.
from it.
I can't understand what you see about this movie. The cinematography, the editing is some of the worst I've seen. Again, it keeps flipping back and forth between the past and present day.
That's what it does in the game.
Not like this,
Yeah,
Keith.
that's what they do in the video game.
Okay, I understand that, but you need to watch the movie, Keith, in order to understand what I'm talking about. When you see what I'm talking about, it's like, yeah, that's pretty bad.
So are you saying that it keeps going back and forth to the point that you lose exactly what the hell's going on in the story?
He is in the middle of a fight, fighting somebody in the past, and then it jumps to like him basically shadow boxing, and then jumps back. Why does this keep happening? All you have to do is
because he was still getting used to being in the Animus.
All right, but not for the whole entire movie. You do that once.
But it's like the Matrix. You know, he wasn't used to the Matrix, so of course initially he's not gonna have a lot of endurance in it.
All right. Well, let me explain something. So from a cinema standpoint, a movie standpoint, a script writing standpoint, you do that once or twice to establish the viewer's expectation of what's happening, and then you don't do it again. It happens throughout the whole entire movie.
Two different worlds that were happening at the same time. You had
I understand that.
And what happened in the
present. So again, you establish that once, and then you go back to it, but not every time something needs to happen. Not every time.
How is that different than the Matrix?
Well,
Matrix did the same thing.
Not like that. He's punching somebody in the fake world, and then it shows him punching again, and then jumps back. So like the punch never landed.
So let me ask you this, Barry.
Right. You need to watch it.
So so when the fight's that bad, because the fights is probably what would be the selling point for this movie.
So James, as someone
did you play it in the video game?
Hold on, Matt.
The counterattacks, etc. You see the same stuff.
Hold on, Matt. Hold on. That does happen. We're going to reply back directly to James. As someone that directs and does fight choreography and edits, that whole group, those three things I just described, direction, editing, and choreography, are heinous, nauseating pieces of garbage.
Oh my God. Okay.
It offended me.
I have to go in defense of this. Now, mind you, James, you played the video game, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the choreography of the video game fight scenes is The way it is in the video game is exactly how it is in the movie.
Okay.
To a certain extent.
So as far as saying like, hey, they suck, it was following a script. It followed the same choreography that it did in the video game.
All right. So I mean, I see what you're saying, man. I see what you're saying, man. But from what Barry's saying, from what I'm picking up from what he's saying, they did have the same choreography, but because of the way it was edited, it made the choreography look bad. Like they shouldn't have been constantly jumping back and forth.
All right. So how you so hold on. So how you hide that someone cannot fight is
a lot of jump cuts.
Jump cuts. Exactly.
Yeah.
This is jump cuts intro because the jump cuts back to him basically being in the Matrix machine. There's a chase sequence. Cut, cut, cut. God view. Cut, cut, cut. Then something happens. They fall somewhere. Cut, cut, cut. And then they're running again.
That's lazy filmmaking from what you're describing.
That is Assassin's Creed. So it starts off like if you've seen Terminator Salvation, it is almost the same.
You cannot be comparing it to Terminator
It is
Salvation.
almost the same beginning to Terminator Salvation, where you have someone come talk to you. It's like, hey, well, technically you died, and now you work for us. At some point, I was sitting in this movie. How much longer do I have to sit through this garbage? I contemplated walking out. People were on their phones. People were talking out loud. People were laughing at the movie. So let me just...
How is the movie any different than Matrix? When they go back and forth between when
The Matrix is a better movie.
We're in the world.
The Matrix makes sense.
Versus when they're in the ship.
The Matrix has a better story. The Matrix has better action.
I'm not arguing that, but I'm arguing the principles of the actual movie as far as what happened.
The principles as the movie happened is that Michael Fassbender should not have, one, produced this movie, two, been so attached to it to be a part of this garbage. Marion Cotillard, a respected actress, is in this movie. Jeremy Irons, a respected actor, is in this movie. Why? Michael K. Williams.
So would you consider this movie a career killer?
Yes. Michael K. Williams.
Damn.
Michael K. Williams is in this movie. Why?
Because if that's the case,
Michael Fassbender has X-Men to rely on. Michael K. Williams does not. Let's just get... Let's
not garbage.
Let's wrap this up. All right? Let's just wrap
watch this over Suicide Squad.
Something is wrong with you. Something is definitely wrong with you. Like, I don't understand.
Twerking bad guys. Come on now. Twerking bad guys. Only thing missing is background dancers.
I do not understand what you're trying to say to me right now.
Man. I haven't even seen the film. I can't believe it'd be worse than Suicide Squad.
It is far worse. Suicide Squad.
Not that bad.
Suicide Squad.
It's based off
is an Oscar winner.
Did you like the video game, Barry?
The video game's okay.
You like the video game of Assassin's Creed.
This movie. I'm talking about this movie. It's complete and utter garbage. Like,
dude did a Captain Kirk pause.
Oh man, Barry about his haterade that he's drinking over there.
I'm not drinking haterade. So Matt, since we're gonna get some other input on this later on, what score would you give Assassin's Creed?
I give it 6.5. I didn't think it was that bad. The reason why I gave a 6.5 versus something higher was that the movie did start off slow. I'm not going to argue that at all. However, one of the things you got to take a look at is, guess what? It's a video game movie. It has a certain script that it's supposed to follow. As far as the pace of it, yes, it's going to start off slow. That's why this score got low. And it wasn't until the end we're like, oh, okay. All right, I see what's going on. The plot's starting to make a little bit more sense.
Okay. As a piece of artistic cinema, or the actualization as a concept of the motion picture, this movie deserves a negative score.
A negative score?
On our site, we have a score from 0 to 10. 0 to 10. I'm giving this a 0. This is a donut.
What the heck?
This is
not no donut. Suicide Squad was more.
What was your score, Barry? Say your score again.
0.
He said 0.
0.
0.
It's not that bad.
0 out of 10. That is 0 out of 0. Nothing.
Really, though?
I mean, this is a big swing. Really? This is a big gap between almost a 7 and a 0.
What the heck?
And a -1.
You guys could say honestly that it's a 0. Come on now, a 0.
So hold on.
You're saying that Suicide Squad, you would watch Suicide Squad again versus
I would watch Suicide Squad because that has more going for it than this movie.
That's saying a lot.
This is not Jack Reacher. Jack Reacher has somewhat redeeming qualities. I can understand why that movie was made. This movie, I do not understand. And that's the Beast Game Podcast. You can find more of our podcasts at beastgame.com, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Twitter, and YouTube.
Oh, man.
Man, I don't know if you're just like trolling me to say I do not know if you're trolling me. It's just like, first of all, man, you're my friend, man. Why would you do this?
You trolling me?